everyone, and welcome to my channel. If you're new to my channel, welcome to you. I'm going to be reading for the lovely star sign of Taurus. So Taurus, before we start shuffling the cards this week, a couple of things. I've dug out an old book of answers. This is about 20 years old, this book is. So at the end of the reading this week, I thought I would ask you to sit quietly. I think about a question that you want some clarification on at the moment, and I will just randomly thumb through this book and we'll see what the book of answers comes out for you. So that's at the very end. I'm going to start off with my poetic words this week, and what I picked up for you in my energies when I sat quietly for you, Taurus, they were, oh, what a picture, oh, what a smile. Some good news comes your way this week. You've been waiting for a while. Time to flex your muscles. DIY is on the cards. Broken glass will cause an injury, so look out for the shards. So I felt some of you or somebody around you was going to get injured, either breaking a glass, getting a little piece of glass, slightly cutting your hands. Okay, if it's not you, then I said I feel like it's somebody around you that may get injured from some broken glass. I also feel DIYs on the cards, as though something has been breaking down for a while or will break down, or that you're having a bit of a revamp, so you get out your old drills and what have you, paintbrushes, etc. So I feel DIYs on the cards for some of you, and some good news is definitely going to be coming your way this week to put a smile on your face. So the overall energy I was picking up for you, Taurus, was quite a nice energy. So without further ado, let's start shuffling the cards and see what's coming out for you as an add-on this week. So what else have we got, please, for Taurus? Spirit, what do they need to hear? What do they need to see? Please bring out the message on the table for me. What have we got for Taurus? Taurus. Oh, that definitely flew out. So we've got one. I need a few more though. Spirit, come on. Can we have the messages for, thank you, for Taurus? Taurus. We need some more messages. Thank you very much, Spirit. So what have we got going on for the lovely Taurus? We have the King of Pentacles, the Six of Swords, the Magician, and the Two of Pentacles. So Taurus, with the King of Pentacles here, some of you may be put in a situation this week where you've got to oversight somebody's finances. Now this could be in a caregiving sense, or someone in your family will ask you to take on the responsibility. It may be that you may have to bring this to somebody's attention and say, look, I think it's about time that I took responsibility of the financial matters. I feel this is directed around somebody else and not you though. Okay, so you step in for a reason this week where you're overlooking or oversighting somebody else's financial situation. Okay, and it's just a safeguard. It's a safeguarded precaution. It could be, as I say, somebody close to you or a family member, and they're not keeping track, or they're running up bills, and it's like you need to sort of sit with them and say, right, let's have a look where we can cut corners here. What are you doing with your money and what have you? And it's like a little bit of a discussion around finances, and that's not going to resonate with everybody, but I do feel for some. Moving along the cards, we've got the Six of Swords. Okay, and this is an energy where some of you feel a little bit out on a limb, a little bit isolated, sort of hiding a few secrets away within you at this moment in time, waiting for the storm clouds to pass by. this energy here for you, Taurus, you feel as though you're under a dark cloud at the moment, as in you feel a little bit marooned on your own, distanced from others, okay? And you need to move on from this energy. Whatever it is that's bringing you down, weighting you down, okay? It's as though you are wishing upon a star in order for something to come in to move you out of this depressive energy. I feel that whoever I'm picking up with this week put a very good front on, a very good face on, big smiley faces to those at work and, you know, out and about. But underneath it all, when you shut your door, when you come in on an evening, you tend to sort of, you know, get back on your little depressive cloud, okay? So there's something underlying here. There's something towing the line, I want to say as well, with this card. There's something towing the line that is making you feel a little bit down. Now, as I mentioned finances in the first card, this could be literally to do with money issues for some of you as well, where, you know, I said it was responsibilities around others, but I feel this could be bearing down on some of my Taurians. I just feel you feel suffocated by the dark clouds at the moment. You're being circled by other people's, if not yours, issues around you, and it's like you sit there thinking, I wish I could just get out of this energy, okay? And then the Magician card comes out, and I always look at this as though someone is taking liberties. So she wears a dunce's cap, okay? I always look like this is like a dunce's cap, and it's like an idiot. A dunce is an idiot, okay? And I feel like someone is taking you as a fool and burdening you with responsibility, and it's like to say you're a fool to take it on, okay? And it's weighing down on your health. I work with colour, if you're new to my channel, and there's a lot of green in this card, and I just feel because somebody or some people are taking liberties, taking advantage of your good nature, then it starts to weigh down, as I said with the Six of Swords, on your own health, on your own energy. And it's saying here, you've got to transform out of this, okay? And I feel that some people say to you, oh, hats off to you for everything that you do, because like she's sitting in the top hat there, and you know, you get these people and family will say, oh, I really respect you for what you're doing, hats off to you, you know, you juggle everything and everything else. It's okay for people to say, you know, sing your praises, and they mean well, obviously, by doing that, but at the end of the day, the responsibility is still on your shoulders, hence why the Two of Pentacles comes in, and this is about the balancing act. I always look at this card as though everything is a tall order to you, and you're trying to get on top of everything because she's on the top of that building. She's, you know, trying to stop those balls on the top of that infinite sign there from dropping off, and it's saying like she's struggling emotionally. Again, I'm working with colour, and she's got blue on here, so you're struggling emotionally to try and keep all the balls up in the air, okay? You've got to try and get some balancing, and you've got to try and move out of this stormy, depressive energy that I feel is being caused by others. Because when we go back to the King of Pentacles, it's like somebody sitting pretty, okay, while you are doing all the hard work in trying to keep everything afloat. So let's get what your inner psyche is feeling this week then, Taurus. What else have we got for Taurus? How are they feeling deep within this week? Taurus and its psychic abilities. Your inner spirit, okay, is saying you've got to start listening to what your body is telling you. And I also look at the psychic abilities card as, what would my higher self do? If you're in a situation and you're struggling, okay, you have to tap into your psychic inner self and say, what would the spiritual being of me do in these circumstances? In other words, you are focusing here through your third eye, okay? It's not two-dimensional, it's a three-dimensional energetic field that we live in here on the earth plane. And it's saying here, don't look at everything in a 2D perspective. Start to tap into your inner spirit and ask, okay, what would my higher being do? In other words, your spiritual being who's been here, you know, umpteen hundreds of times, thousands of times, okay? Now, if you, obviously, depending on what you believe in, okay, I am just working on the sense that we are all spiritual beings. We are here on a journey to learn, and then, you know, we transcend to another dimension, and so it continues. But regardless of your beliefs, all I'm saying to you is start to go within and start to ask the questions of, okay, how would my higher self deal with this situation? Don't look at it on a 2D, project it out on a 3, because also we have an aura. We are made up of energy, so we transmit, okay, we transmit this aura out, and we can sense people. We can sense people's auras, because, you know, like if somebody comes in laughing and jolly and what have you, then that's a big bright aura that they are sort of emanating out. And then you get somebody who walk in a room and is really sad and sullen, and you can sense it, because that's how we work with our inner mechanisms. So it's saying to you, start to work with your inner core, with your third eye, with your aura, okay? And at the moment, I feel the aura that you try to hide is this quite dark, sad, melancholy, even though when you step out the door, you may put on another false aura of big smiley faces and what have you, and everything seems okay. But I just feel with you, Taurus, you are struggling at the moment and not being true or honest to yourself, okay? So let's have a look how the universe sees you this week. How does the universe see Taurus down the camera lens this week? And they show you here, again, looking at the colours, we've got red on the curtains. Red is a warning sign. The monkey is being held by a red rope. We have the red apple of temptation, and there's a lot of contemplation in this card, and the universe is saying, I know you're struggling at the moment. There's a lot of red warnings around you. There's also temptation around some of you, going back to the King of Pentacles, for spending out. Now, I do feel, as I said in my poetic words, that there's going to be an outlay, because I feel some of you have got to do this DIY repairs and what have you, decorating, etc. And it's saying that's all well and good, but don't get tempted to overspend, because sometimes once we start doing things, we get carried away with our budget. So that is one aspect of this card coming out. The other one is you're feeling very vulnerable, being led astray. As I said, somebody is treating you like a fool, Taurus. Okay, I want to sort of put those two cards together, because this monkey, I feel, is somebody who's leading you astray at the moment. And it's like you don't want to follow suit. You could be tied up in a relationship that you're no longer happy in, and it's like you're just going with it just to, you know, just for the sake of keeping things ticking along. But deep, deep, deep within you, you're sitting on this dark cloud. You're really sitting on this dark cloud and just acting out that everything's okay, when underneath the surface of it all, it's not. It isn't. And there's something troubles you from your past. Because I feel like that portal that's behind her is something where your mind sort of casts back. Okay? And for some of you, it's like there's a temptation either to connect with somebody from your past. Okay? Because I just feel with the picture frame, it's as though you've held somebody in your memory from years ago as you remember them. But then there's this temptation creeping in of, do I get back in touch? There's something connected with your past, Taurus, that you feel very drawn to, that makes you feel vulnerable. And you sit there sometimes thinking to yourself, should I leave sleeping dogs lie? Or I know that time is ticking on. We don't know how long we are going to be here for. And do I want to go to my grave regretting what happens if I did get back in touch? And saying that, you know, I had a personal message come through today, and a similar kind of thing, without going into too much private detail, but it was like a lost connection from many years ago, and they sort of got back in touch, but it wasn't what that person expected. But like they said, if they hadn't have done that, and even the disappointment from it that's arisen, at least that's closure. Because sometimes I think we need closure on our lives, and like I say, we don't know what our life expectancy is, and we go through life with these thoughts in the back of our head, thinking, I wonder what they're doing, I wonder what's going on there. And if you've got the facility or the information in order to get in touch with these people, persons, singular or plural, whatever the situation is, then what have you got to lose? By communicating with somebody, sending a personal message to somebody is not going to be a catastrophe to that person's life. It's just words on a screen that they can sit there and think, oh, I've actually heard from this person. But all I'm saying here is the universe, I feel, are saying there is something pondering over in your headspace that you dip into your past with, and it's like you've kept a memory, a picture of how that person was, but you get pulled back, okay? But somebody keeps you on a tight leash in the here and now. But all I'm saying is, if you can deal with that, that's fair enough. But life's too short sometimes, and even if we don't get the resolution by contacting these people or persons or whatever it is, then like I say, at least you can close the book on it and move on, and not have to fill your headspace. Wow, that was a bit of a long, in-depth explanation, wasn't it, Taurus? So let's move on, shall we, to your animal spirit cards. What's coming out in those for you this week? And people change, don't they? You know what I mean? People change. Sometimes you can remember people from your past and you think, God, they were a nightmare. Do you know what I mean? You're thinking, oh, do I really want to get back in contact with those people? But they change. People in 20 years, that person could be totally changed. Okay, so that's what I mean. The door's always open until you decide it's closed, basically. Right then, animal spirit cards for Taurus. What have we got going on? Oh wow, and we've got the alchemical sign of fire, which is the lizard, followed by the spiritual realms of the cosmic egg. So the lizard energy here, I always look at the lizard energy as like chameleon, where you have to adapt to certain situations, adapt to your environment, and it can also mean somebody's giving you the cold shoulder, acting quite cold around you, or you are acting sort of cold around somebody else. The cosmic egg comes in because this is to do with the communication I was on about. The temptation is there, as I said, for some of you, to get in contact with somebody from your past. The snake comes in with the snake that's on the universe card. This is the temptation that you are sort of fighting against. Okay, it's wrapping tighter around your heart chakra. I'm taking this as your heart here. And there's something restricting around you at the moment. And I always look at the outside dots here as communication. And it's like you are withholding the temptation to send communication out. But you've got to take the energy of the lizard, and you either think to yourself, right, I need to turn a cold shoulder to that. I need to adapt to that situation, and do I lock it away forever and it never gets looked at again? Or I adapt and change with however it starts the ball rolling. Because if you do communicate, then you are going to be ready for adapting to changing in that environment, however the story starts to unfold. Taurus, it's very, very cryptic, okay? But all I'm going to say to you is, if you are feeling like you're sitting on the black clouds of regret, okay, and you are anchoring after something, and I feel it's from your past for some of you, then just go for it. Just go for it, because it's saying you can keep it under control, okay? You can, it's not something that's going to blow, two people's lives out of the water type of scenario. You take it slow, you take it in your own control, but it's down to you. It's down to you how you play it. So, let's have a look. I'm going to get a clarifier actually. I feel like I just want to get a clarifier. A clarifier. I want to get a clarifier for Taurus. What else have we got for Taurus? And it's listening. So, this is what you've got to do, Taurus. The elephant is always of knowledge. An elephant never forgets as well. They always say that, don't they? An elephant never forgets. And there's a tune playing in your head that is calling. Okay? Listen to your gut feeling. Listen to your inner psyche. Okay? And listen to your heart, Taurus. Okay, listen to your heart. So let's have a look what the spiritual realms have got for you this week. What messages have we got for Taurus from your spirits, guides and angels? What message do we have for Taurus? Taurus, Taurus, Taurus. Oh wow. The first card that comes out is reflection. Okay? And the message here says, reflect upon, bless and be grateful for all the beautiful times in your life. Give thanks for the many blessings you receive each day. You can connect energetically to those you love. Simply feel them inside your heart. Life is beautiful. Okay, so it's saying here you can connect energetically to those you love, and you can feel it inside your heart. So there's a lot of blue in this card. Blue is about your emotions and what is sort of the undercurrent that is going on at the moment. But reflection, and this is what I feel spirits are picking up on, saying you are reflecting over this past person, this past situation. So I want to get a clarifier to that one now and get another spiritual message. So what else can we have, please, Spirit, for Taurus? What other messages have we got for Taurus, please? I feel like that one there. Oh wow, and it's self-love. A lovely, beautiful card. And again, we've got the energy of the colour red, and it's like to say, you know, again, it's a warning sign to you to say you need to address this. You need to start lessening the responsibilities that are being put on your shoulders at the moment. And the card actually reads itself as, now is the time to love, nurture and heal yourself. Self-love is not simply a state of mind about feeling good. It's a state of appreciation for yourself that grows and matures from actions you take to support your body, mind and soul. So a beautiful card that Spirit wants to send in to say, start doing things for you. Start following this gut feeling within you and address it and deal with it how you wish. That is either be tempted to connect to that situation that is troubling you and you remember and have it sort of frozen within your mindset, or you move on. But I always think, never regret, okay? Never sit there, because life is too short, Taurus. Life is too short not to grab the bull by the horns, pardon the pun for a Taurian, and just follow your heart, because, you know, you could change your life for the better at the end of it. You could get closure also at the end of it. But rather that than if I never try or I never did, how would I know? Okay, what the outcome would ever be. So, very cryptic, Taurus. I'm going to grab now my book of answers. I want you to quietly sit and think of a question where you may need some more clarification. I'm just going to thumb through this booklet here, okay, and we'll see what page it lands on for you, Taurus. You can always pause the video and think of the question and then come back to it. So, what have we got for Taurus, please? Book of Answers. I feel there for you. It will create a stir. It will create a stir. So, interesting. So take that as you will for the question that you had in your mind, okay? So, my lovely Taurians, I hope you can take something from these messages this week. Don't forget to check out your moon and rising signs, because there's other opportunities then to sit and ask another question and see what comes out in the book of answers at the end. So until next time, my lovelies, you look after yourselves and take care. Bye then.